These jewels run deep, gotta dig to find it. This machine 250, the will I sit behind it. No more fast food eating, we dine chip biryani. Me and Shorty like Susie and Tommy. Keep the strike on me, host.
All right, once again, man, I'm with one of my favorite people to talk to.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
You know, just before we get into like some of this Mav stuff this year, obviously a player during your time of playing, Dikembe Mutombo just passed away.
Yeah.
Obviously you faced the guy, probably had a great conversation with the guy. Just your thoughts and just, you know, it's a very unfortunate thing for the basketball community.
Without a doubt, Mutombo was well loved as an individual. A very smart guy. If you follow him at all, played under John Thompson. That in itself is a treat. Rest in peace, man. We're all going to leave here. He just seems like the kind of guy that had the right kind of control of his life and understand what eternity is.
I always want to ask you this because obviously you played, in my opinion, one of the toughest areas for guards. You know, you had to face a lot of Hall of Famers. So I'm going to name 3 guards, and I want you to just tell me briefly how it was to face those particular guys. So
Okay.
I know we talked Magic before, but I want to talk Isiah Thomas because I feel like y'all, that was a dogfight between y'all two.
Zeke was incredible. Kyrie, before Kyrie, you know, his handles, could score it, very intelligent. I played against Isiah in college as well. I went to Illinois. He went to the University of Indiana. So I've competed against him for a long time. Nobody better. You know, when you start talking about all-time great point guards, Isiah Thomas has to come up. 2 championships in the NBA as well.
You know, another guy that comes to mind, I believe at one point in time, I don't know if y'all were teammates, maybe y'all crossed paths in Dallas, but Fat Lever. Fat Lever was a guy, yeah.
Another one of my favorite people.
Yeah.
Fat's a great guy, tremendous competitor. A triple-double before there was triple-doubles. Did a lot of good things. But the thing that impressed me the most about Fat is that he was a tremendous rebounder from that guard position at just 6'3". Not a big guy, not a strong guy, but had an uncanny ability to get to the glass and rebound the basketball.
I like that. So another point guard that comes to mind, and we're gonna go to the 90s a little bit with this one. Run TMC came along. There was a guy named Tim Hardaway, the Chicago guy.
Oh, yeah.
Facing that young Tim Hardaway, how was that?
Tough. Timmy and I had a lot of wars. In fact, when his son was here, we talked about it all the time. Couldn't stop him. You know, the hand check helped you guard him, but that first step, that crossover that he had the right name for it, killer crossover. You know, Timmy just got into the Hall of Fame, and it's well-deserved. You don't get there and not accomplish some great things.
And lastly, this point guard comes to mind because obviously one franchise, they were known for a certain style of play, the pick and roll. That would be one John Stockton.
Stock was tough, dirty, tough, knew how to play, had the perfect Robin for himself in Karl Malone. They ran that pick and roll 90% of the time. You knew it was coming. You still couldn't stop it. Huge fan of John Stockton.
Love it. So obviously this year, this Mavs team is expected to do some big things. I think they snuck up on everybody last year, getting to the finals. I mean, just from your eye as a former player and now an analyst, can you talk about what you see in the potential of this team? Because you had a Klay Thompson who's a champion. Kyrie, I think now is sort of settled in Dallas. Luka's got to take that next step. Obviously, he's going to be in the MVP race. They got PJ, just Derek Lively. You can go down the list of guys they got. What do you see in this team?
I see great depth, great chemistry. J. Kidd, I think, has proven that he's a great coach. If they stay healthy, I expect them to get back. I really do. You got to do it because the West is tough. Lively's improvement, if it continues, they're just going to be a team to be reckoned with, plain and simple. They're so is Oklahoma. So is Minnesota. So you have to take a mature approach, not take anything for granted. And I think they have a chance to get back.
I like that. I like that. Two more quick questions. So, with this Mavs team, you talked about depth. And we always had a team in 2011 win a championship. And then, of course, let's talk about that team in the 80s that took that Lakers team to 7 games, how deep that team was. Just with the team that you were on, obviously, Rowe, Mark, just different guys that were on that team, how deep it was, and how is it to play with guys like Tarp? Everybody understand their role, because I think that's the thing that's unique about D teams. Everybody needs to know their role.
I'll put it to you like this. If the Lakers weren't in the Western Conference,
and that would have been the finals,
we would have gotten to the finals more than one time. But they had a dynasty. They had a Hall of Fame roster. Kareem, Magic, Worthy, Byron Scott. Those guys deserved and earned everything that they got. But they were a nemesis for us. I'll never forget the last time we played against that Laker team. The score was tied in Game 7, tied 55-55. And in the second half, when the second half started, I said to myself, this team wanted it more. They knew how to go and get it with Magic, and that's what happened. That's what, that's what they did. That's what they were all about. They knew how to close out a series, and we were so young and up and coming, we didn't realize how to do it.
I like that. Last question. So, obviously, in the world of technology, we got AI, different ways of putting people in different, times of the world.
Mm-hmm.
If we could take Derek Harper in his prime basketball years and put him against any player to face in a one-on-one matchup that he'd never faced, who is the player that you want to face?
Who would I want to see? Kyrie.
Oh, okay.
I think, anyway.
I mean, you faced Isaiah, right? So that was sort of the blueprint for that.
Though. Kai is that guy, but I'm always sitting over here thinking about how I would try to contain those guys.
Especially with no hand check, right?
No hand check, you don't have a chance.
Yeah.
With the hand check, I think that I would have used that as somewhat of an advantage.
Yeah, physical,
Yes, against those guys. But make no mistake about it, man. Kai, one of the best to ever do it.
I love it. Well, Harper, you always know I appreciate your time.
Yeah, man.
We're going to be talking again later this year. Everyone, be sure to follow my guy through social media. Follow his journey. He does a great job on TV. He does a great job talking this game. As y'all know, y'all wanted a part 2. We did a part 2.
Yeah.
We're going to have a part 3 and part 4 coming this year. Harper, man, I appreciate your time.
Baby.
Yes, sir.
Yo, this is the big homie Hendo, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Peace.